The lights inside the America's Got Talent, the Champions studio dim, and the audience grows restless with excitement. Terry Crews steps forward, his booming voice echoing across the theater as he introduces the next performer. From the shadows, a familiar figure emerges, Marcelito Pomoy. Dressed in a sleek black suit, his humble smile immediately draws the crowd in. For many, Marcelito is already a legend, known around the world as the man with two voices. Years ago, he captured hearts in his home country, the Philippines, and later stunned audiences on AGT with his extraordinary gift. Tonight, he has returned, standing on one of the biggest stages in the world, ready to prove once again why he is truly one of a kind. As Marcelito walks confidently to the center of the stage, the judges lean in with anticipation. Heidi Klum smiles warmly, Alicia Dixon nods knowingly, and Howie Mandel rubs his hands together as if waiting for magic. Simon Cowell, ever the skeptic, watches closely, his sharp eyes locked on Marcelito. The energy in the room is tense, a mix of curiosity and excitement. Some in the audience whisper, "Is this really the man with two voices?" Others already know what's about to unfold, but even they cannot prepare for the power of this moment. Taking the microphone, Marcelito introduces himself softly, thanking AGT for giving him this chance. His voice is calm, humble, almost understated, a striking contrast to the performance that is about to follow. The audience falls silent, the air thick with anticipation. Then the first notes of the orchestra swell, and Marcelito closes his eyes, ready to unleash the gift that has shocked the world time and time again. The stage glows with golden light as the orchestra begins to play. Marcelito grips the microphone gently, closing his eyes for a brief moment, as though summoning strength from deep within. Then, he begins. His voice emerges in a rich, commanding tenor, soaring across the theater with clarity and control. The audience responds with cheers, many nodding their heads in appreciation. It is already a performance worthy of praise, but this is only the beginning. Just as the crowd settles into the power of his male register, Marcelito does the unthinkable. In a seamless transition, his voice transforms into a crystal-clear soprano, high and angelic, as though a female vocalist has joined him on stage. The shift is so flawless that jaws drop instantly. Gasps ripple through the theater. Heidi Klum's eyes widen, her hand flying to her mouth in disbelief. Alicia Dixon leans forward, whispering, "Unbelievable." Even Simon Cowell, usually unmoved, raises his eyebrows, unable to hide his surprise. The camera cuts to the audience, showing stunned faces and wide eyes. Parents clutch their children, fans leap to their feet, and some simply shake their heads, unable to comprehend what they are witnessing. Marcelito continues, moving effortlessly between the two registers, blending them so perfectly that it feels like two different singers performing in harmony. The sound is mesmerizing, filling the theater with an almost magical atmosphere. Every note seems to carry more weight than the last, and the applause grows louder with each transition. The audience knows they are witnessing something rare, something unforgettable. Marcelito, calm yet powerful, holds the stage as though he was born for this very moment, and the performance is only building towards something even greater. The orchestra builds, every instrument swelling in harmony as Marcelito pushes deeper into the heart of the song. His eyes close, his body swaying slightly with the rhythm, and the magic intensifies. He now alternates effortlessly between his two voices, the rich, commanding tenor and the soaring, angelic soprano. Each switch is so fluid, so natural, that it feels as though two world-class singers are performing a duet. The crowd can hardly keep still. Every transition sparks louder applause, every note seems to raise the energy higher. Simon Cowell leans forward, shaking his head slowly as if in disbelief. He whispers something to Heidi, who nods, her expression lit with amazement. Alicia has both hands clasped together, her eyes fixed on Marcelito, while Howie simply mouths the word, "Wow." The camera pans over the audience, people are standing, some with tears in their eyes, others with hands over their mouths, trying to process what they are experiencing. As the song climbs toward its crescendo, Marcelito's passion radiates from the stage. His face is filled with emotion, his voice carrying not just technical brilliance but also deep feeling. The music swells to its peak, and in a breathtaking finale, he blends both registers into one powerful harmony. The sound crashes over the theater like a wave, strong, pure, unforgettable. The final note rings out, hanging in the air before fading into silence. For a moment, time seems to stop. Then, as if released from a spell, the entire theater erupts. The audience leaps to its feet, clapping, cheering, screaming his name. Gold lights flash across the stage, and the judges rise from their seats. Marcelito opens his eyes, overwhelmed, as the standing ovation washes over him. He has delivered a once-in-a-lifetime moment. The thunderous applause echoes long after the last note fades, and Marcelito bows deeply, his face glowing with both relief and gratitude. Gold confetti hasn't fallen yet, but the atmosphere already feels like a grand celebration. The judges stand, clapping furiously, and the crowd refuses to sit down. Heidi Klum is the first to speak, her voice brimming with excitement. Marcelito, you are a gift to this world. What you did tonight was absolutely flawless. I don't even know how it's possible, but you make it look effortless. She gestures with her hands, emphasizing every word, her eyes sparkling. Alicia Dixon follows, shaking her head as though still trying to process what just happened. Honestly, Marcelito, that was beyond singing. That was art. That was storytelling through music. To be able to switch between those two voices so naturally, it doesn't just amaze us, it moves us. Howie Mandel leans in next, his tone filled with awe. I've been here a long time, and I've seen a lot of great performances. But what you do is one of a kind. You don't just perform a song, you create an experience that nobody will ever forget. Finally, all eyes turn to Simon Cowell. The crowd quiets down, waiting for his verdict. Simon smirks slightly, then leans into the microphone. Marcelito, I'll be honest. The first time I heard about you, I thought it was a gimmick. But tonight, you've proven that you are world-class. You are not just one of the best singers we've had on this stage, you are one of the best performers in the world. The audience roars once again, chanting Marcelito's name. The judges beam with admiration, and Marcelito, humbled, can only smile, his eyes glistening with tears. The cheers continue to thunder through the theater, and Marcelito stands frozen, his chest rising and falling as he takes in the overwhelming love pouring from the audience. Tears glisten in his eyes, but he keeps his humble smile, bowing again and again. Suddenly, Heidi Klum rises from her chair with a look of pure determination. The audience catches on immediately, and a wave of excitement sweeps the room. Chants of "Golden Buzzer! Golden Buzzer!" erupt, shaking the walls. Heidi raises her hand and points at Marcelito. You don't just deserve to be here, you deserve the world to hear you, she declares. Then, without hesitation, she slams her hand down on the golden buzzer. Instantly, the stage explodes into a shower of sparkling gold confetti. The crowd leaps to its feet, screaming in delight, waving their arms in celebration. Marcelito gasps, covering his face with both hands as tears spill freely down his cheeks. His dream, the recognition of a lifetime, has come true right before his eyes. Terry Crews rushes onto the stage, wrapping Marcelito in a powerful hug as the confetti rains endlessly. Simon stands, clapping with rare admiration, while Alicia and Howie cheer at the top of their lungs. The cameras capture every angle, Marcelito on his knees in disbelief, the judges smiling with pride, and the audience chanting his name as if he were already a champion. This isn't just another performance. It's a defining moment in AGT history. A boy who once dreamed of sharing his gift with the world has now become a global sensation. And as the golden confetti continues to fall, Marcelito Pomoy doesn't just shock the world, he conquers it.